Hello again everyone, and welcome back to Otherworldly Encounters, where you can submit your NDE, OBE, spiritual or paranormal story to my email address noted here, and at the end of this video. Today's near-death experience comes from Wayne, who died from a bleeding ulcer, and returned a changed man, and here is his story. I should consider the afternoon of September 4th, 1994, the worst day of my life, for on that day, my physical body died. I don't look at it that way though, because on that same day, my soul left my body and went on a fantastic journey to another world, and I was lucky to be able to come back and share this story, and here is how it all began. I noticed when I ate certain foods, I would develop indigestion. This problem persisted for quite some time. I was one of those who never wanted to put pills in my mouth, so I ignored the feelings of indigestion. As time went on, I started to experience more symptoms, like changes in my stool, lightheadedness, and pain in my abdomen, back and nausea. I didn't seek medical attention, other than eventually surrendering to some over-the-counter medication, like Maalox, and assumed that would remedy the situation. Each day the pain increased, and eventually became so severe that I seriously needed to see a doctor, which was another thing I always resisted. Later that afternoon, the pain became unbearable. I felt like I was going to pass out. I called for my wife and then hit the floor. Following the collision with the floor, I was quite surprised, as I thought I should have felt the impact. Instead, I felt like I landed on a trampoline, and the abdominal pain immediately vanished. What is happening here? I wondered. How is it that I fainted, and now I am pain-free? And with that thought, I realized that I was looking down at my body, and it was not moving, but I was, and the direction was up. Well, I guess I don't have to see a doctor, or take any pills, I thought, because it appears that I may have died. I saw my wife enter the room. She screamed. I called to her, but she didn't look up, and that sealed it for me. I had died from that illness, or a blow to the head from the fall. I kept moving higher, and passed through a tunnel where I saw some pretty strange things. There were people asking for directions. They seemed very cold, callous, and lost. Others were helping people find their way, directing the lost ones. They were cheery and warm. I was always a very independent person, intelligent and non-emotional, and never liked having to ask for directions. I looked around and felt I didn't want to be like the lost ones who were asking for directions. I wanted to figure it out for myself. I wanted to find out where I was supposed to go. Soon I realized I was also lost, so I gave in and asked one of the guides for help. He smiled and pointed to my left. The guides communicated without words. All wore glistening clothing, and all looked nearly identical. I continued floating down the tunnel, but this time I was moving very quickly, through what looked like glitter in the night sky. It was beautiful, and I felt euphoric. Well, there it was, that bright light that I had always heard about. Yes, it was very bright, and it was speaking to me, again without words, beckoning me to come closer. I was a bit anxious, but as I moved closer, my anxiety subsided and I felt entirely relaxed. Not a tense muscle in my body. I felt like melting ice cream. Finally, I was in front of the brilliant light, and it spoke to me. It used my name. It said, "Wayne, you will see your life now, and then you will go back." I saw all of it. It was shown to me in the form of what looked like a hologram, playing in fast forward. I could clearly see that I had been a real jerk to the people around me, always getting a kick out of frustrating them and undercutting their efforts. I would get pleasure out of seeing the pain I inflicted on them by my behavior, and now I was having to experience that same pain. I was burning inside from the pain of seeing how I treated family, friends, and even strangers. The light reappeared and said, "You can go back now, and fix all of this," and then I was back in my body, and it was burning. I had a perforated peptic ulcer, died, and was revived in the hospital, and my wife was at my side. I looked at her, and told her I loved her. I live a different life now, always checking myself, making sure I am complimenting rather than criticizing. Giving credit where credit is due. In the past, when I would see people perform kind deeds, I would think they were weak, and did them in order to make themselves feel good. I indirectly mocked them for their kind deeds. I was lost, unaware, going in the wrong direction. I was shown my evil ways, was shown that love and kindness is not a weakness, it is our greatest strength. I was a jerk. I live a different life now. I am a kind man, a loving man. I thank God every day for saving my soul. The physical and spiritual wounds have healed. What did you think of Wayne's story? Let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed his story, please give it a like and subscribe, which is free, and will help this channel grow, and hit the bell icon, so you can receive a notification when I release a new video. If you would like to share a story with this channel, please email it to the address that appears at the end of this video. Thank you for watching, and I hope you will come back and visit again soon.